Today in Minneapolis, Minnesota, a group of activists led by Don Lemon stormed a Baptist church by the name of Cities Church during their worship time. They were screaming and chanting, disrupting the singing and the preaching because they suspected an ICE officer may attend the church. This is a violation of what is known as the FACE Act, and not only do we condemn this act, but tonight I want to demand that the Department of Justice investigate what took place in Minneapolis, apprehend those who broke the law, and arrest them accordingly.
That faith leader, Dr. Paul Chappell, is the senior pastor of the Lancaster Baptist Church in California, and he joins us now along with senior pastor at Grace Community Church in Auburn, Washington, Jesse Bradley. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. Dr. Chappell, I'm going to start with you here. The words that we just shared from you sum it up perfectly, but Bob and I were sitting here watching that video of Don Lemon going in there, and listen, we get it, okay? He's a former journalist. He wants to get in there and get to the front of the story, but what we both seem to feel he did was to terrorize people. People were probably very fearful seeing anybody going in there to their place of worship. Shouldn't this be a safe space, so to speak? Shouldn't this be a place free of judgment, free of having to be harassed about any of your viewpoints?
Katrina, thank you for having me. What Don Lemon said was so disingenuous. He affiliated himself with that group the moment he walked into the church with them. And my great concern is for the religious liberty that we have in this country, to see it stay intact. I disagree with the mayor of Minneapolis. You cannot protest anywhere you want. It is actually against the law to trespass. It is actually against the law to disturb the peace. And the FACE Act is probably applicable to this case as well, because you cannot impede the entrance into a worship space or disturb the type of worship according to that federal law. And so I truly believe, as we see the children crying and elderly fleeing, terror was in their hearts. And I obviously have the paradigm of a pastor. It burdens my heart to think of people who would fear to go and worship. And we all can pray about the extenuating circumstances in Minneapolis, and there's discussions to be had there. But this, in the house of God, in any house of worship, I don't care the denomination, it is unacceptable. And I truly believe that we need to speak out on that issue.
So I just, what Mayor Fry is saying, you know, it's the First Amendment right. You can go to any business now.
Yeah, you can go up to someone's front door.
Someone's front door, in the house. Maybe just go into your house.
The door. Yeah.
Also, Pastor, I think you brought up a great point, the safety factor. Pastor Bradley, geez, I'll tell you what, if I was in that church or if I was in Mass and some people dressed like Antifa came down the sides in the middle of Mass, I would be thinking we're under attack, just given what's happened at synagogues and churches around the country, mass shootings like that. I would be getting ready to fight, as I'm sure many people would as well here. That was really irresponsible, I think.
Very dangerous.
You know, we're grateful that we live in America where we have freedoms to worship. People have given up their lives so that we can gather. And when we do that, it's protected. It's a sacred place, and we're going to protect whatever we value. So this is a threat, and we need to walk through this together. You know, Martin Luther King, on this day, we think of his words: you're not going to drive out darkness with darkness, it's going to be light. And you're not going to drive out hatred with hatred, it's going to be love. And he promoted a peaceful and it was nonviolent way to express your views. He also talked about an inner transformation, and that's really what we need in America right now. You see, instead of honoring God and the healing that God offers, we're resisting God, we're running away from God. This is just a symptom, and it's a call to return to God. If we humble ourselves and we turn from sin, God will heal the land and forgive us. And that's the call of the hour right now, is that we need Jesus and we need his hope.